Picked up a set of 3 acrylic brushes. They come in a set of 3. I think you can buy them individually though. And these are for 3D work. And one says liner, which it doesn't look like a liner to me, but maybe by liner they're talking in an acrylic medium. But even though I'm a gel tech, I like to have soft bristle brushes when I'm doing sculpting on some 3D mediums. So I got these. They seem nice. They're not real thick as far as like the hairs aren't packed real tight, but they do seem smooth. I didn't think they had tops to them, but yet they come apart in the middle. And now looking at this video, I'm pretty sure that the top that you take off the bottom when you want to store your brushes fits over the top of the brush head. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how that works. That's really smart. I didn't even notice it when I had it in my hands. But it's a nice set, and I thought it was a good price point. Again, I don't use those types of brushes all the time, but yeah, it was a good deal. And now that I know that they do have tops, it's even a better deal. I picked up some prep bits. These are diamond prep bits. I use 1 per client. I assign 1 per client, so I go through these quite often. They're good. I saw Max show these on some lives that he did. The Coquette nail charms. They come in a whole bunch of different colors. I picked up the gray and I believe the light pink. And even though I don't do a lot of 3D embellishments, I think this is a great deal considering what you get. There's like 4 different sizes. There's some pearls in there, and there's some large like stones you can put on. And this is just being held on with top coat. I would recommend if it's something that you think your clients would like, those are the sizes right there. I grabbed the taffy gel as soon as it came back in stock. I had seen him use it in some of his lives. I do use solid gels, so I was anxious to see how this differed from his bubblegum solid gel. And so far I like it. I've tested it as far as like curing it, and the texture seems good. Picked up some ivory bubblegum gel. The Dimaholic mixed set of stones. This is a selection of flatback rhinestones as well as glass stones in different shapes and sizes. This is something I will be going back and purchasing because I think it's a nice set and a good assortment. I know that people will look at this and think this is just a normal sheer gel polish, but it's not. This product is amazing, and I will keep it in stock always, especially if you have a client who likes natural nails and just wants a little bit of color. It is a no wipe, so it cures tack free. Next is the Dom Top No Wipe Gel. This is an extremely thick, soft, no wipe gel top coat. I used it to adhere all the stones and the embellishments that I did on all the tips that I did designs on for this haul. It's self-leveling. I've used it on a couple of clients since I got it. It's just not, I don't like the fact that it is in a bottle. It seems like it's just a little bit too thick to be in a bottle. The brush gets really coated with the gel and it's hard for it to come down. If you have the time to use it and play with the brush and manipulate your client's hand around so that you can get it in the right spot, that's fine, but it's easier for me to do those types of moves and that type of structure with a gel when it's on a brush that I can control the amount of versus an applicator from a bottle. So good product, not so great application method. I've used it on a couple of clients for a top coat over very chunky glitter, and it did work really well. It just was hard to get on the nails consistently in a timely manner due to the bottle brush. I picked up a 4-pack of Play Gel Spider paint. It was the black, the white, the silver, and gold. The black and white were okay. I didn't have any real complaints over them. They worked, I would say, in a standard manner. The metallic ones, the gold and the silver, I wasn't too pleased. They weren't very pigmented, and none of them set up and gave the dimension that I'm used to with spider gels. And I'm also a little bit disappointed because on the website it states that the spider gels are HEMA-free, and as you can tell, they're not. I heard a lot of good things about the Maxine Magic Film Foil Glue. It was okay. That's all I can really say. Nothing special about it. Read the directions because the application is a little bit different than most glues of this type. Now, I've just started playing with magnetic cat eye gel, so I purchased Starlight, and I think it's Ultra Sun. The Starlight is a nice gray, and I enjoyed using it. The formula is smooth. The amount of particulates that react to the magnet seem very well dispersed. And with 2 coats, I got almost an opaque gray nail on top of a black background. The other one that I got seemed to be in a white base, and I probably didn't do it justice by putting it on top of a light color, but it didn't seem to do much. So it's this one right here, and you can tell it's a different consistency. As far as the performance of the gel itself, is fine. It just maybe would be more suited for very dark nails or a medium dark nail. And that concludes a short look at the things that I got in my EnailCouture haul. Now let's go over some of the things that I would repurchase, some things that I wouldn't, and why. The items in the OK Not Buying Again column are only there because they're items that I already have. I already have a favorite. I may not use them. You may expect to see them in the gift away. As a general rule, there wasn't anything in that list that stood out as being particularly great or anything that stood out as being particularly bad. So that's why they're all listed in that area. If you're in the market for any of those things, I would recommend them. I wouldn't say don't buy them. But again, how much merch can you have? How many brush sets can you have? How much foil or film glue can you have? When it gets down to things like that, I just don't know that that would be a stand or a go-to product for me. As per my past list, the Play gel set, the Spider gel set, and the Space Galaxy, the Sun one in particular, or Ultra Sun, I'm not sure. I wouldn't buy those again. And the Play gel, the Spider gel is okay, the black and white is mediocre, so I just wouldn't. And the metallic versions of that, I didn't like those at all. I thought they were very thin, they didn't have enough pigment. My recommendation list would definitely be the shiny top coats. Those are no wipe. It comes in a milky white and a milky pink. I enjoy both of them. I use them. The taffy gel, I've done my testing on it. It performs great. It does have a little bit different texture than most solid gels, but I like it, so I definitely would buy it again. And then the Dimaholic set of rhinestones, flatbacks, and then the other stones, definitely I will order those again. And the items that I routinely buy from EnailCouture are the Pret Bits and the bubblegum gel. And that's it. That's a recap of my sale haul from EnailCouture and my items that I would purchase again, items that I would not purchase again, and items that are okay but I have no need to purchase again. I am a return customer for EnailCouture, so obviously I enjoy shopping there with a regular frequency. The quality of the products that I get is good, and it's consistent, which I appreciate. If you haven't tried EnailCouture before, they run sales all the time, folks, so it's not a problem to find their products on sale. I also like that the founder or the owner is supportive of the industry as a whole. I appreciate the time and effort that he does in educating. And while I realize that it's part of the marketing, it's still a very consistent way of getting the message out there, showing the products in use, and I do appreciate that. I feel like the shipping fees and the time that my orders are shipped out to me are very good and reasonable. The stock status is always consistent. The only time I've ever run into items being out of stock is when it's something new and they might have brought it in a lower amount to see how it is, how it sells, and then they might run out of their first order. But even then, the time that they get it back in stock is reasonably quick. The selection of products that they have is very good. The owner and the people that run the company seem to remain updated on trends in the nail art industry. They are a full service online retailer, meaning that they have everything for DIY nail artists as well as professional technicians. Their selection of products includes everything from preparation tools, equipment, nail art, embellishments, and all sorts of gel polishes. And of course, gifts with the purchase. I've always gotten some type of gift with every purchase that I've made. And everybody appreciates that. As far as anything negative that I have to say with regards to EnailCouture, and this is not meant to say that it has anything to do with their products, and that is that their website is very difficult to navigate. It's just a hot mess, and it always has been. I've never gone on there and been able to find exactly what I was looking for in the time that I think is reasonable. The pictures and the descriptions on the items are somewhat vague, and they're very lengthy, but they don't really tell you anything with regards to specifics of product usage or even what the difference in the products are. Another comment that I would have is their branding. And while I like pink just as much as everybody else, I think that overall the branding can borderline on a little bit obnoxious. I don't know that I would want to have items in my professional studio that are branded so completely with EnailCouture on them. So that's something, but that's just a personal belief on my behalf. The advertising obviously needs to be a little bit more consistent with attention to detail. If you put in your advertisement that something is HEMA-free, it should be HEMA-free. I did contact and reach out to customer service regarding that, and they did get back to me and said they would look into it. Every time I've contacted customer service at EnailCouture, they've always gotten back to me and been very informative. If you're thinking about buying something and you're concerned about the ingredients, then you can always send them an email and they will get back to you. They've never not gotten back to me if you can't see on the website what the ingredients are. And that wraps it up. Until next time, have a great one. Bye.